Welcome and thank you for choosing to learn more about the Elevate service. Hopefully the following presentation will help you understand a little bit more about what we do on a day-to-day basis. Elevate was formed in 2012 as a result of GIPSL gaining some grant funding to bring long-term empty homes back into use. At the time it was estimated that there were in excess of 5,000 long-term empty homes in the Leeds area. GIPSL senior management team and board wanted to create a social enterprise so that better value was offered to GIPSL, and also there was some social value as well by creating the social enterprise and a small team, employing local people and also running volunteer programmes that are aimed at GIPSL service users and others in the community. Over recent years, GIPSL has received grant funding from a number of different sources, including the DCLG's Empty Homes Community Grants Programme, Nationwide Foundation, the Right to Buy Replacement Fund and Jimbo's Fund. All of the projects have been delivered by Elevate. Alongside our work for GIPSL, we have also developed into working with other third sector partners to create some of their projects, including project management, repairs and maintenance, and other consultancy services. Over recent years, Elevate has renovated 56 properties which are now homes for people that GIPSL supports. This is one of the long-term empty homes, and it's a typical example of the properties that were purchased for Elevate to renovate. The property had been empty for many years after the owner had to go into a nursing home. As you can see, the property's not had any investment for a number of years, and it's deteriorated with it being unoccupied for such a long time. And this is what it looked like after it had been renovated. So it took a number of weeks and obviously quite a significant investment to get it up to this standard. The pictures don't tell the full story. It also had a brand new boiler and full heating system throughout. It was fully rewired. Most of the property was totally replastered, and also it had all the new fixtures and fittings, the kitchen, bathroom, carpets and decoration throughout. As well as the large scale projects that you've just seen an example of, Elevate also does maintenance and day-to-day repairs on all of the GIPSL housing stock and the office buildings as well. That can be all kinds of day-to-day repairs, from emergency repairs to things that are not an emergency but still need attention. Also, it can be organising certification like EPCs and gas safety certificates, electric safety certificates. And with the office buildings, that can be all the systems that also need maintaining. In order to carry out all of these works, we have a small team. Take a look at this video introducing everybody who is a member of the team. My name's Danny Dickinson and I'm Operations Manager for Assets and Facilities. I've worked for the organisation for just coming up to 8 years. I lead Elevate, and so I'm responsible for the strategy and building the business moving forward, making sure that we're growing our reputation and growing our contacts. I'm also a leadership team member and I'm responsible for delivering the property programmes on behalf of GIPSL.
Hi, I'm Matt, I'm maintenance team leader for Elevate. I've worked for them for over 6 years now. I make sure my team's all happy, keep all the maintenance going around for GIPSL and all the outside work that we've got, and just generally keep the team together.
Hi everyone, my name's Ben Sullivan. I've been working with Elevate for 18 months. My responsibility is to facilitate internal and external projects.
Hi, my name's Lauren and I've been part of the Elevate team for a month now after transferring over from GIPSL. My job title is the admin assistant, which includes organising day-to-day repairs and making sure the boys are in check.
Hi, I'm Jake. I've worked for Elevate for 18 months now. I'm the renovation and training worker. It's my responsibility to look after volunteers and take care of general maintenance.
Luke, I've worked for Elevate as a main operative for over a year. The main skill base is joinery.
I'm Peter. I worked for Elevate for 8 months. I'm a maintenance operative and I'm a plumber.
So that's our team. So if you see them around, say hi to them. They are a friendly bunch. So as I said earlier, we have grown into doing some consultancy services and project delivery for other organisations. So here's a list of the services that we carry out. We pride ourselves on delivering projects for other third sector organisations that are successful. We have the expertise within our team that can do any of these things. So please have discussions with your contacts, and if anything comes up that you think that Elevate could help other organisations with, please put them in touch with us. This was an office fit out that we project managed on behalf of another third sector organisation. It was just an empty shell, an old warehouse. On the left you can see the initial concept images, and on the right you can see how it turned out at the end. This was managed by Elevate right from concept through to completion. To many of you this will be a familiar building. Obviously it's the old fire station in Gipton, and these are some of the images from when it was a live fire station before we took possession of the building to develop it into what we have now. Again, this project was led by Elevate right from concept through to completion. The brief was to create a hub for a number of different third sector organisations to be based under one roof, and also to keep the historic features, so to keep it looking like a fire station. And this is how it looks now after the renovation. So we moved in, or the 7 organisations moved in August 2017. Gipsil senior management team, HR and the finance team are all based in the building here, along with Elevate as well. Elevate is also the facilities manager of the building, and we are responsible for making sure the building is safe and well maintained. Our volunteer programme has had some real success stories. We've had in excess of 150 volunteers over the last few years. How does a volunteer placement look? Well, we try and tailor volunteer placements to suit the individual. So it can be maybe coming for a day a week for 6 weeks or so and turning up on time and getting involved in any of the works that the team are doing. That could be working on a project or riding alongside on the vehicle and helping out with general repairs. Some volunteers might just want to improve their DIY skills. After a successful placement, we will then give a reference so we can act as a referee. Hopefully, the reference then enables the person to get on a college course or to get a job. On our website there is a case study for a volunteer that spent some time in our volunteer programme. There are more details on our website about applying to become a volunteer, so if you have service users or you know anybody who might be interested in that, details of how to access our website will be given at the end of this presentation. And so on to 2020. Well, 2020 has been a real challenging year, as I'm sure it has been for you, and it has been for many people and many businesses. During the first lockdown back in April, our team were still going and making emergency repairs in people's properties. Obviously, there was no way that we could leave people without plumbing and water and things like that. So we had to go along and make those emergency repairs. And getting materials could be a real challenge. A lot of suppliers shut, or there were long queues and it was difficult to access supplies, so click and collect was taking much longer. So our team, particularly the front line, were really challenged during that period. However, the team did everything that they could to make sure that young people's repairs were completed in a timely manner. This was a really anxious time for the frontline team, but they didn't let their anxieties get in the way of completing repairs. This was an immense effort, and I'm really proud of all the team. It shows how dedicated every one of them is. Things have improved after the initial lockdown. However, the team have found it really challenging still. Getting materials and having to go into people's homes is more difficult than pre-COVID. But the team continue to rise to the challenge. I'm feeling positive that things will improve in the new year. So Elevate has plenty of work on the horizon. There's Gipsil's Core 2 to deliver, which is part of the OWL contract, which needs to be ready to go live by the 1st of April in 2021. We want to continue to build on the good work that we've done this past 12 months on internal processes, and we've got a new team, or a relatively new team, that's in place. So we just want to continue improving what we do and keep making those improvements. There's also a Core 3 and Core 4 to deliver as well by January 2022, which again Elevate will be identifying and developing. In terms of external work, we want to build on our client base and work with more third sector organisations. We think we've got the skills to do that. So we would like your help. If you know anybody, please get them to make contact with us if you think that Elevate can help them with their projects. And also there's the small matter of delivering Gipsil's and Gipsil Homes property programmes. So Gipsil Homes will become a registered provider hopefully at some point next year, and that will then enable them to access funding towards more properties. So hopefully we will have some purchase and renovation projects to do for Gipsil Homes Limited, and also I'm hoping that we're going to have some new build to do as well in the future at some point. So that brings the presentation to an end, and I hope that you found that informative. This is the website address of the Elevate website, so please take some time to have a look on there. There are some case studies on there and some other interesting information, also a bit more information about the services that we offer, so please have a look. And finally, we'd like to invite you to ask any questions or offer feedback or make any suggestions, either in the Q&A that we're about to do, or alternatively, you're more than welcome to send me an email or give me a call if you want to discuss anything in further detail. We would also welcome anybody coming along to visit us. Obviously, let us know if you want to do that, and we'll try and book a convenient time so that you could come and spend an hour with Elevate, or longer if you prefer.